Hey, good morning. Me again. I am the Smarties Lyft driver. And it's been too long. It's always too long because I'm basically lazy. But I got a couple of ones. I got to blast a couple of these out today for you. One, it's Memorial Day morning. And, of course, we have to celebrate those that have protected us and protected the greatest nation on the planet. No matter what, all things good, bad, and indifferent. America is America. So thanks to the armed forces. Thanks for the families of those that serve. Thanks for those that serve genuinely in government. And for those that don't, which is a preponderance, please go home. Please. Those of you in Congress that have been there 6 terms, those of you in the Senate, Mrs. Feinstein, please go home. It's time to let's have our government by the people, for the people, not by the Congress, for the Congress. Anybody in the California State Legislature, please go home via a long walk at the very bottom of the ocean. What you're doing to this state is absolutely, if it wasn't so embarrassing, it would be entertaining, but it is criminal. Stealing gas money from taxes, implementing taxes, enforcing laws indiscriminately. I mean, Xavier Becerra, you, sir, are an embarrassment to states attorneys everywhere. The fact that you get up and you don't enforce the law. Really? So, at any rate, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but you know what? You get conflicted. You spend time alone and stuff happens. But had a really cool ride the other night. And I just had another small world experience. But night before last, I picked up David and what was his name? I hate my age. David and his buddy. They're traveling. They're here from the Chicago area, I find out. And we're talking. They're staying in Venice, right down near the pier, which is a pretty cool place to visit California from. They're out for about 4 days. And we were talking a little bit more about basketball, mostly because the game was on, and that's one of the reasons I do this, is to listen to the baseball games. I get paid. It's an amazing gig. But so Hammond, Indiana, find out, I thought it was, near Chicago, but it was Hammond, Indiana. And so we stopped and we picked up a young man named Kenyon. And Kenyon's a songwriter here, trying to make his way in the industry. He actually had a little bit of success, and he sold a song that I guess was played on K-pop sometime, which I haven't found on the radio dial, which doesn't surprise anybody in this room, or probably out there. But we were talking, and so David asked Kenyon, so where are you from? And he looked and he smiled, and he said the name of a high school, which is in Hammond, Indiana. So how small is the world becoming that some crazy old Lyft driver can have 2 people get in the car from 2 different places in a city 2,200 miles away, and makes the job interesting. The gig is really, really a lot of fun. I've always said that it's not work, and it's goofing off and getting paid, for which I'm grateful. So, small world story. Just dropped off a young lady named Stephanie. And Stephanie works at the Austrian consulate in Los Angeles. And something back here was like yelling, trying to tap to get out. Hello! And all of a sudden I realized I've driven the consulate general and actually have a repeat rider. I've had 100 repeat riders to date. 287 pounds of Smarties for those of you that are counting. And 100. I had my 100th ride, Michael, last week. But remember meeting a gentleman that told me he was the consulate general for Austria. And had picked him up not once, but twice, and he remembered because of the Smarties. I'm hoping to goodness that I'm not totally confused, but kind of probably because of the reality. It might be that, the delusion factory has been busier than usual, and I'm off the mark. So, at any rate, for those of you that I've driven before, I hope I see you again. For those of you I haven't driven yet, I'm looking forward to interrogating you and hearing the stories that you have, which makes some of the stories from the road interesting. And hope that you all have a very safe holiday. And I believe it's a law somewhere that you're supposed to burn a piece of meat on a grill today and eat it. Please don't let me down. Make it a great day. Thanks.